Tracy.
I am Rehana Power.
And today we're doing our theme show again with, which we'll get to, which is our favorite podcasts. But first we want to kind of recap a little bit on the Oscars, because that was the last theme show we did.
Yeah, they were very eventful, if you will. Let's end with some Best Picture. We're not going to hit every category because ain't nobody got time for that. But let's just hit like Best Actor and Actress and Supporting Actor and Actress and hop over to Best Picture. So, supporting, we had Laura Dern and Brad Pitt win. Thoughts on that, Alan?
I called it for Brad Pitt and Laura Dern because that's how Hollywood works. That is the right answer. That is how Hollywood works.
I was not surprised by Brad Pitt's win. It was fine, whatever. I was mad Laura Dern won. And I say that as someone who loves Laura Dern.
Right.
Other people should have won. I was very upset.
I'm sorry. But then Joaquin Phoenix won.
Which was phenomenal. Oh my God, I loved him in that role.
And, yeah, just enjoy the Jordan Allen.
Yeah. You guys, okay. I'm eating. I'm totally eating.
We're just relaxing, making a podcast. Anyways, yeah, Joaquin Phoenix for Joker and Renee Zellweger
for Judy, which I still haven't seen, but I do really want to, mainly because I love Judy Garland. It has nothing to do with Renee Zellweger.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then Best Picture.
Best Picture, which I still haven't seen. You can keep your shame and your judgment to yourselves. I'm getting there.
She has a lot of homework to do.
Alan keeps giving me homework, you guys, which I'm also not good at doing. But yeah, I mean, it's now showing at the theater that happens to be 20 feet from my apartment. So I will see it.
You will.
I will. I want to see it. I just haven't seen it yet.
I can't wait.
# goals.
And speaking of movies, since it's 2020, we both saw Invisible Man.
Mm-hmm. That is also at the theater 20 feet from my apartment.
So you saw one of the two. So
I did. That is exactly what happened. Okay, your thoughts first.
I surprisingly loved it, which shouldn't have been a surprise because of the director-writer. I think it's like Lee. I forget his last name, but
how dare you?
Yeah, I know. It's I'm the worst. But I just remember first names. I don't know. That's just how I am. I'm more casual with One Now, I guess it is. But he made like Upgrade and
I don't know that movie.
It was released maybe a few years back. He also wrote for Insidious and Saw movies. So hence...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Invisible Man, which is a classic thriller.
Originally made in 1933. Oh,
wow. Look at you.
True that.
But, yeah, I used to always love the old classic... when I was in elementary, there was this book section for movies, but the only ones they had were for like the old monster movies. So I had to look through like Dracula, Frankenstein, and Invisible Man, Werewolf, all that. So it was just kind of, and The Thing, and things like that. So these are just like the only books that were available in the library at the time for me to read about movies at a very young age.
Aww. So you liked what they did with it?
But I loved that. I love how it ended. Elizabeth Moss.
I fucking love her.
She's
amazing.
She doesn't need anyone else in the room.
No, she doesn't. And I mean, okay, no one is surprised by that after Handmaid's Tale. Like, she is amazing. She's absolutely phenomenal. I just want to be her best friend. Like, she's incredible. I want to learn from her. But like, fuck, that whole movie. First of all, she's the reason that I stayed in that theater. Although I did have to leave twice to quote unquote refill the soda because I could not handle what was happening.
I really had to, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did have to, but yeah, like my anxiety was at about 95% from like about 30 seconds into the movie until the ending. And
okay, spoilers. We have to talk.
Okay,
I have
yeah.
to talk about this.
All right, this is going to be like a 2-minute spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it and you plan to, and you care at all about having this spoiled,
just tap that 30-second thing. Bop, bop, bop.
Yep, and then boom, you're done. Oh my God, I didn't see it coming. I did not see it coming, and as soon as it happened, I was like, yes!
Which part?
When he like slit his throat. Yeah, the end. He slits his throat, clearly not meaning to. And the whole time I'm like, is it her? Is she in the suit? Oh my God. I think she's in the, I hope she's in the suit. If they did anything other than her being in the suit, I'm going to fucking kill whoever made this movie. Like, this is incredible. Prime like moment. And oh my God, it was like, it was the first time I could fully breathe during that whole film. And it felt amazing.
Yeah. And then her expression on the way out.
Yes.
The very end shot. He likes to end. He ended Upgrade like that, which is on HBO if you have that. He ended it with like a shot of the character facing camera. So it was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, it also makes you think. Like,
oh yeah.
It checks your thinking too. Like, you never actually see anything as far as in terms of abuse, but it makes you think. How are you thinking about this woman right now? Mm-hmm. You know, I thought that was masterfully done because it was like you're going through this whole journey with her, you know, just along with her. And then to get to the very end and think, what did I just watch exactly?
Yeah.
You know, I love that. It's not, it's kind of deceptive way of doing something to the audience, you know? Mm-hmm. But it was smart.
It felt unbelievable, that ending.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was my favorite part of the whole movie. And I feel like it sounds like a stupid thing to say because like, of course that's favorite part, whatever. No, fuck that. It was legitimately my favorite part. It was the only part of the movie, first of all, that I truly liked. But that's because I cannot handle scary movies, and it was definitely scary.
Yeah.
If you don't think it was scary, then congratulations. You don't have to worry about ever being stalked or beaten by another human being and having no one care about what's happening to you. Congratulations. Your life is wonderful. But again, I was at about 95% anxiety from about 30 seconds in until the end happened.
Right.
There's good reason for that. Like, yes, it's a film about this guy who's invisible and he's beating the shit out of a lady and it's never gonna happen because he's fucking invisible. Like, I get that. It's about domestic abuse. And oh my God, she plays it off so well. Yeah. Like, it's unreal. You just feel for her in every single aching moment. Oh my God.
Especially the first half of the movie. He hit each mark perfectly with plot points and midpoints. You knew when it pivoted. Because it's like, nothing happens. Do you believe her? Is she crazy?
Yeah.
And then the restaurant scene, which
oh my God, that too.
I couldn't believe because I stepped out during that time.
No, yeah. Alan.
And I came back to see the end crime scene. So it was almost it was a robbery to me in that way, but I knew what happened technically.
It was so shocking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure I gasped both hands over my mouth. I could not believe what I just saw.
And I was like, okay, this is a moment where they're going to slow down.
Yep.
And it's the third plot point.
Yeah.
Who fucks? Anyway. But at the same time, that also kind of fed into my whole, like, I don't know. Like, you come across a crime scene, they drag her out. Like, she's crazy. So
yeah,
it was almost like, I don't know. Obviously, the rest of the audience knew it was up, but
right.
I get it. I knew what was happening, but because I know films, but
it was so unreal. Like, seeing it because, like, okay, so you weren't there. Again, spoilers. So like the knife is all like she's telling her sister this, and she's like, I know how he did it. I can prove it. And so she like leans forward and she's just like, oh my God, how? Like, tell me more. Yeah. And all of a sudden you see her looking at something to the left of her sister. And then like Elizabeth Moss is like, what? And she looks to the right and you see this knife floating by Elizabeth Moss's head. And it just goes, whoosh, cuts her throat, boom, right into Elizabeth Moss's hand. And then like her sister flops onto the table and everyone in the fucking restaurant is screaming. And Elizabeth Moss is just shaking like, no. Like, not only is that my sister,
yeah,
but oh my God, what is like, my life is over. Like, I can't do anything with this anymore. Like, what's happening? Right. It was, oh my God. It was unbelievable.
She was framed
by an invisible man.
And of course, everyone's going to think you're crazy.
Yeah, until they start getting shit beat out of them and murdered.
But of course, if you're the only target
right.
of this psycho's
yeah.
whatever. But then we learn later, it's the brother.
Kind of. Like, I think, and I know that that's supposed to be like another point of discussion, like make you think like, at what point was it the brother? At what point was it him? Mm-hmm. But I do believe it was him like 90% of the time. And then he sent the brother to
because when he drove away,
like, that's why,
that's when he went to his house and then his brother.
Yeah.
But it's like, how many suits are out there then?
Right. Because if it's those two, plus the one she had saved.
Maybe. I don't know.
Apparently.
The smart guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's how they flushed her out, because he couldn't find her.
Right.
Because she was keeping her distance from her sister and everything, and, doing all the things you would do to escape a lunatic that is super smart with technology and everything these days. Yeah. I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will definitely never see it again. Again, because I can't handle like fear and the way that my body reacts to it, like that. Especially when it comes to like domestic abuse and stuff. Like I can't. But I so thoroughly appreciate that movie. Like I'm glad that I did see it, and I appreciate what they did with it and how well they did it and the message that came out of it.
And it's also timely, because when else are you afraid of nothing being there than when the coronavirus is?
Yeah, it's coming for you.
And there's someone in that chair.
Right, exactly.
I didn't see that part.
No, it didn't happen. It was not in the movie, and I was actually really upset about it, because that was the one moment I was waiting for, because I wanted to see what happened around that.
Yeah.
Like their reaction to her saying that and then seeing the imprint. Like I wanted that scene, and then it was gone, and I was like, well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, because I was like, all the coffee grounds on the floor, I was like, okay, it's going to happen here.
Right, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Son of a...
But then we went to the attic.
Yeah, which there were like 3 points when they were in the attic where I had to close my eyes. I am a grown adult. I had to close my eyes.
Yeah.
I fully admit that. I don't care.
It's
Judge
okay.
me all you want.
Yeah, you get a little sleepy at times. I'm like, oh, this is getting boring.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was good. I give it an A+.
But that's why, you see the trailer and it's like, oh, so this is going to happen at that point.
Right.
I know what's going to happen.
Yeah. They're just trying to get
the paint bucket's right there.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching that scene and thinking, from the trailer, I genuinely thought that was going to happen way further towards the end of the movie than it did. And I was like, well, now I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
It's not that important, huh?
Mm-hmm, yeah. And just like, you thought this was going to be a big plot point. Sucker. Yeah. It was good. 2 thumbs up. A+.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You kind of saw a movie too?
Okay.
We're on season 3.
Okay, so you guys, I feel like we've talked about this a lot. I feel like you won't know me well enough at this point. Hold on, I have to look it up. So I have an issue with the film E.T. Not Etsy, you stupid phone. I need to see exactly when this movie came out.
Is it 89?
It was 82.
82. Okay.
This movie is 5 years older than I am. I just told everyone how old I am, and I realize that right now. Anyway, so this movie came out in 82. This is essentially a 40-year-old movie.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
It.
You just said it again.
Wait. Well, okay, kind of. Like.
Anyways.
So, I'm rounding, and I'm just calling it a 40-year-old movie. If you don't like it, just hit the 30-second button again. Like, I don't care, whatever. So, this is my first time seeing this film. I'm going to rephrase that. This is my first time attempting to see this film.
Good for you.
I got
like that.
through 30 minutes.
Wow.
Had to stop because we had things to do.
Where's 30 minutes? Where'd you stop there?
I mean, I think it was 30 minutes because it's a 2-hour movie, which, pause for a second. In 1982, you're going to make a 2-hour movie and expect people to watch it? I know people that don't want to watch a 2-hour movie now, and it's 2020.
Well, Gone with the Wind was like 4 hours.
Right. I've never seen that. I never will. I don't want to sit there for that long. Same reason I'm not going to watch The Irishman. Yeah. Sorry, Robert De Niro. Not happening. No. I have things to do. No. Anyway, so that surprised me that it was 2 hours long. I stopped. I paused it at the point where it's Elliot, right? The little kid? Mm-hmm. The boy? Yeah. He is finding food for himself and E.T.
Oh, you're about to get to a good part. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you're telling me I have to keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. I took notes, you guys. I have 10... Nope, I lied. I have 9 notes from the first roughly half hour of the film. Okay, let's see. My first note is that is the most ridiculous looking spaceship. I get that this is a 40-year-old movie. This is my first time watching it. You're all probably like, this is stupid, but when you see a 40-year-old movie for the first time, this is what you think. Okay, I found that it was very unrealistic that when all of those men were searching in the woods for E.T. while he was hiding, they all ran directly into the same puddle. No, that's not realistic. They would not do that. The first person might jump into the puddle on accident. He would react, first of all, and then the next person would jump over it. It's a little puddle. It's tiny. It's not like it's a giant puddle that you can't evade. It's you take a step and you're over it. It's unrealistic. And there were 4 people that ran into it simultaneously. It was driving me nuts. So that's unrealistic.
The same puddle.
The same fucking
puddle. Are you
puddle.
sure it was the same?
Seriously, I can't. The shot was killing me. It's there's no way that's real.
The keys?
Yeah.
The jingle of the keys?
Yeah. I'm like, well, that's not giving anything away.
See, they're running.
E.T.'s scream sounds like a baby crying, and I hate it. Mm. Having said that, if you have a baby, I love your baby. Your baby's adorable. It's beautiful. It's really cute. I love the pictures and the videos. Please don't take this personally, but E.T. crying or screaming sounds like a baby crying, and hard pass. That's all I'm saying. Number 4. Okay, so you're telling me that this family lives in the city. E.T. looked out at the city. It's a big fucking city. It is a city. They live in the city.
A city, yeah.
A city, a city, and they just have a giant cornfield in their yard. Their yard is a giant cornfield.
What?
That's what that looked like. Just a giant fucking cornfield. Or whatever those were. I don't know.
I haven't been able to watch the movie for at least 2 years, so...
I have his copy. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay, well, it's like a giant cornfield, or at least it looks like it. It's weeds up to fucking Shaq's height, and it's ridiculous. You're in the city. That's unrealistic. Here's the thing. Drew Barrymore is adorable as a child. Yes. Oh my gosh. I want to watch her all day. She is so stinking cute.
She is.
So cute. I can fully see why she, 1, got cast, and 2, became Drew Barrymore. She's adorable.
I'm glad she made it out of Hollywood, or, made it through Hollywood.
100%. Number 6, penis breath is my favorite insult ever. Favorite.
You know what that is.
Penis breath. That was just, it was hilarious.
Couldn't say cocksucker.
That's exactly what it is. But it was so funny. I laughed really hard at a kid calling it. Was so funny. Okay, number 7. E.T. looks like a giant, like squishy, squirmy, like caterpillar bug thing, and it looks disgusting. Like he looks gross. Like he like jiggles and squishes up and down like a weird caterpillar accordion thing, and I can't.
Yeah, sorry, it's that remade version. I think they kind of CG'd it in the 90s or whatever, or the zeros, whatever.
Yeah, he's something. Which is interesting because honestly, like my memory from, I feel like I did see like a scene or I saw something, or maybe it was just posters or something when I was younger, like little, which is what gave me the nightmares, which is what made me not want to ever see it, even though I'm being forced to. But I feel like I remembered him being like really skinny and then just having like a fat belly and then just being really skinny again. So I was like, this is very different. I clearly didn't remember properly. Or maybe I just made that up in my head. I don't know. Number 8, he is nosy as fuck. He's going through that kid's, all of his shit. He's going through everything. She's like, oh, I'm going to look in here, and I'm going to look in here, and I'm going to look in this drawer. I'm like, leave his stuff alone. That's not yours. Rude. God, E.T. It's bullshit. And then my last note before I had to pause it was, has a parent ever in the history of life told their child no TV and then left that child at home alone and actually expected that child to not watch TV? I'm very curious about that. Because she says, okay, be good, feel better, no TV. And then everyone just leaves. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the point of that? Like, that kid's going to watch TV. If E.T. wasn't in the house, I don't know. Maybe they do watch TV. I don't know. I haven't gotten there. But really? It made me
Keep
think.
going, Rehana. You're almost there. I could address some of these, but I won't.
Those are my thoughts so far.
Good.
I'm clearly a huge fan. But yeah,
that was my intent all along.
Yeah. I'm
trying to win you over with E.T.
You're trying.
But you need to finish the film. You can't just stop 30 minutes. It's like, what is that like?
It was like 30 minutes, I think.
It's probably like 15.
It felt like an hour, but I did notice, Alan had told me that there were like correlations kind of to Stranger Things. And I did notice that, like, with the kids playing D&D and, like, being at the table and being all goofy and, like, ordering pizza. One of the kids' name is Mike. One of the kids' name is Steve. And I was like, well, that's cool. So I noticed all that, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's my review of the first 30 minutes of E.T., you guys.
That's awesome. At least you're in the
slowly
right
but surely.
Yeah. One day I'll be able to watch it again.
I mean, you could watch it tomorrow if you want. I will bring it to you.
If you're done with it, yes.
No.
When you finish it,
damn it,
then you can get that thing out of your house.
Fine. Like, I've had that so long, you guys, that I have moved apartments and it has come with me. And I am just now watching
That's right, you did move.
I did.
I'm glad it didn't get lost.
Trust me too. I was concerned. And then Jer goes and opens the case. And because it's like a light blue see-through to like make, he was like, it's not in here. And I was like, yeah, it is, because I haven't touched it. And he was like, it's not here. And then he like popped it out and he was like, oh no, it's just really good. And I'm like, oh my God, I was going to have to buy Ellen a new movie.
This time it would have to be on Blu-ray.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, son of a bitch.
Or no, it'll be on 4K because we've passed mediums.
Yeah. I'm going to buy you 3D.
Right now, yeah. Give you nightmares.
Exactly. But yeah, so that is my review of
your
E.T.
capsule review of
the first quarter of the film.
First quarter of the film. Okay, moving on. 10 films or less.
10 films or less. You're welcome.
There's the Sound effects. Machine.
Lord. Yes, that was a machine.
Leave us a message. So first up, Z-Fest. What do you have, Rehana?
It happened.
Yes. By the time we get this out, and I guess it's sold out, a bunch of
Yeah, I've seen a
screens,
lot of people say that they missed out on tickets for the nights that they're trying to go, and
which
they're.
is weird.
I mean,
I
it's a lot of good filmmakers.
When you sell out a theater when they aren't expecting you to go.
Right?
Which is funny because you'd think short films wouldn't sell out. But then Z-Fest
But when
happens.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When you have something as popular and as well done as
So they
Z-Fest.
should get another screen, don't you think?
I mean, that they should.
But
I'm certain that they would be able to sell out another one.
right.
But I'm also not the person in charge.
Yeah.
Probably for a good reason, but you know. But I mean, we do have a lot of our former guests are in Z-Fest films, which is really exciting
And
as
working
well.
together on Z-Fest.
Yeah,
films.
which is really cool. So yeah, hopefully everyone listening has
Enjoyed
at least was at least able to get out and see at least like some of the films, some of the sessions, at least a session.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Try to get to one.
right. But yeah, because I'm excited to see, who wins and for what and all of that.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple trailers and things look good. So I'm interested to see how everything goes / went since you're listening to this after it happened.
Yeah. So when this comes out, yeah.
We do have some other updates. Clara Davies, who was on our show, go ahead.
Yeah.
Poor Alan. He wants to eat an almond. I ate an almond on air, and now he's feeling bad about doing it too. Just eat the almonds. But she is in, and I think like directing or producing or something. Like she's kind of all over this film. Bittersweet, and it's currently in production and is quote looking all caps so damn good. 3 clap emojis. You heard it here first, folks. So yeah, I'm really excited to see that. She's posted some pictures and things like that behind the scenes and screen grabs and stuff, and it looks really good. I'm excited to check it out when everything's wrapped and it's out.
We also have the Twin Cities. Excuse me, that almond. Jordan almonds are great, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, Twin Cities Actor Expo.
Which is exciting. If you haven't been, you should absolutely go. It is a wonderful experience. It's a wonderful event. There's so much there for you.
Are you planning a visit, Rehana?
That is a phenomenal question, Alan.
I think you should.
I think I should too. I don't 100% know that I'm going to, but I want to. I miss it. I went for many years, and I haven't been in. God, it's been like 3-4 years now, and it makes me sad. I do miss it. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe.
Yeah, it's
I'll
been
make
a few
surprise.
years for me.
Surprise drop by.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it is an amazing event. Everyone should absolutely attend, especially if you haven't before. It's an experience, and you're going to meet some unbelievable talent and wonderful human beings. So definitely put that on your calendar.
Yeah. We also have a film that was made, I believe it's in Duluth, from Lady Destiny Productions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're correct. Duluth. It was made there.
So,
this is great radio.
cut. Perfect. It's spliced together perfectly. So, Destiny Soria is working on a Christmas slasher film, written and directed, starring in as Alida Claus. Several well-known names and participating in production, including Andrew Kai as the lead role. Felissa Rose plays the mother of Alita. And they're also partnering with Tangerine Dream for the music. For the production, attached are some of the names here I have. Nicholas Brendan, Matthew Clark, Heather Clark, Lloyd Kaufman. I already said, I guess it's Felissa Rose. Did I say that?
Felissa?
I think that's right.
Okay.
I'm probably going to butcher all these names. Jasmine Anderson, Brandon Cole, Heather Olson, Scott Hansley. So it looks like it's when a couple of old friends decide to get together for a Christmas break, they get a holiday that's neither relaxing nor jolly. Why don't you read that?
All right, hold on. When a couple of old friends decide to get together for Christmas break, they get a holiday that's neither relaxing nor jolly. An undead reindeer has set Mr. and Mrs. Claus on a murderous rampage of revenge, with the entire group as a target. As the group struggles to stay alive and figure out what put them on Santa's murder list, feelings run high and love triangles are revealed. However, it will take more than a love and Christmas cheer to stop the killing. During a fight for survival, the queen. Just kidding. The question remains, who killed Rudolph? Son of a bitch, somebody killed Rudolph? Sorry, that was me.
Parentheses.
Yeah, parentheses. The Christmas slasher, which has been approved as a SAG short. Oh, sorry, that's not a. This Christmas slasher, which has been approved as a SAG short project, brings a horror twist to a classic characters, including Santa Claus, Rudolph, and Mrs. Claus, while adding a psychological element into the mix. The main character, Alita Claus, becomes not only the sole witness, but also a murder suspect, and the audience are left questioning exactly how much of what they see is real. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so... Oh, scrolling up.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so that's happening. Mm-hmm. That's exciting. Let's see, what else do we have? There is a film, a Minnesota ghost story called Loon Lake, which is now available on Amazon. Words are hard, you guys. Amazon Prime and Tubi TV. Tubi TV. So check that out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
MSPIFF, adjust your view. All right. So this is launching and is going to be available on March 19th alongside the Fest web launch. So
the schedule will be available.
Yes. So mark your calendars. MSP Film Society.
And lastly, I do have a shortened production called The Sound of Winter. It is a French-speaking film about seasonal affective disorder.
Nice. So. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
We actually do have one more thing, and I didn't mention it last time, but let's see. One of our previous guests, Tiffany Cornwell Dupont, I just love your name, Tiffany. She has just started producing a documentary with her husband. Should take around 5 years, but they've had their first site visit, which she's very excited about. And speaking of her husband, she's also launching a new sketch series this summer starring him and her and their very real life interactions retold narratively. So that sounds really cool. I love Tiffany. She's very creative, and I'm really excited to see everything she touches. So that's going to be really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
How many was that? 7?
I was not counting. I apologize.
Okay. Well, good. We didn't quite hit 10, I think, but
that's okay. It is 10 films or less.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure the solid rule there is don't go over 10, which we did not do.
Yeah. And we got some good stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of big events. Well, on to our main category tonight.
Podcasts.
Tonight, whenever you're listening to this.
Right. This particular moment.
So what are some of your favorite podcasts out there, Rehana?
Okay, so I have a couple.
We're doing this because we're in the podcast space. We like to listen to podcasts.
We do. I was telling Alan earlier, I listen to podcasts every single day while I'm walking into and out of work. And depending on the podcast itself and the episode, sometimes I'll just plug it into my auxiliary import as well. And like just drive home or to work or something, listening to it as well, because I can't stop. I freaking love podcasts. So for me personally, I am obsessed with Office Ladies.
Yes.
For starters. Like, oh my God, it's so good.
Did you see their Instagram post, the video?
No. What?
Angela like bumps into Jenna. Her face like.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I follow them on Instagram.
Oh. Well,
why do I not? What the hell? Okay, well now I'm going to. Like, I follow them individually.
But I do not follow things.
Oh, you guys, Angela is so funny. They make fun of her so much, but it's so, but like in an adorable way.
She has it coming a little bit.
She does. She's so funny. And like part of it I think is because I'm so obsessed with the series. Like we literally rewatch that series at least once a year, if not more, like the entire way through.
Yeah, it's
start to end.
Sometimes
it's really
just
easy
background noise for me.
Yeah, like if we're going to sit down and eat dinner, we don't have a kitchen table. We don't have a kitchen like a dining room, so we just eat in the living room. Yeah. And so in order to like not be distracted from what we're doing, we just put The Office on and watch an episode of The Office while we're having dinner and like talking and stuff, and it's amazing. It's so good. So yeah, I listen to that. I am obsessed with the podcast How Did This Get Made? It's with Paul Scheer, June Diane Raphael, and Jason Mantzoukas. Two of those, Paul and Jason, are I originally knew them from the show called The League, which I love. It was about fantasy football league. And they literally they discuss a film. I think it's once every 2 weeks. And then they have like a prequel episode every other week on Fridays. And they essentially watch it, sometimes for the first time. And then they'll discuss it and discuss how ridiculous it is and how silly these crazy things are. And what is even happening? And sometimes they love the movie because of it. And sometimes they hate it. Like they just did Space Jam a couple weeks ago. And like none of them had ever seen Space Jam, first of all, which crushed my soul. But they all hated it. They were like, this movie is terrible. And I love that movie, but it was hysterical listening to them pick it apart. And I was like, okay, well, they're not like wrong, but it's still amazing.
Yeah.
So it's just, and they did the film Pinocchio with JTT from back in the early 90s. Which, by the way, I have on VHS in my apartment right now. No shame. Yeah, they did that the other day or a couple weeks ago. I'm like, they just do, and sometimes they'll do like Lifetime movies. They did Jingle All the Way. They do all of the Fast and the Furious films and love them.
Yeah.
And then they'll have guests on. It's like Adam Scott is their Fast and the Furious guest each time. Like, they just have different, Anyway, so I'm obsessed with that. I love Anna Faris is Unqualified.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna Faris Unqualified, definitely. It's on my list.
And then a friend of mine, actually has a podcast as well that I adore. I think she's hilarious, and it's her and a friend of hers, and it's called All That Cake. So I love listening to that one as well.
Oh.
So those are kind of like my top ones right now.
Yeah, heavy rotation for me is like Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
I'll listen to some of those episodes too.
Did you hear the one with Jim Gaffigan?
No.
It's one of the newest ones, yeah. And he's got Ali Wong this week. So.
I love Ali Wong. Oh my gosh.
The Jim Gaffigan one just got
He's
me.
amazing.
I had to listen to it over and over. It was just funny.
He's amazing.
Because he wouldn't stop. It was all.
Yeah.
It
Why
was
would you?
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And I can totally relate to it. You have to listen to it. Then we can
Okay, I will.
powwow on that.
For sure.
Whitney Cummings, good for you.
Yes, yep, I have that on my
I noticed that too.
my library too. Yep.
'Cause
And Bill Burr. I love
Yeah,
both of them.
okay.
Yeah. They're so funny.
I definitely, Office Ladies definitely is on mine.
Mm-hmm.
I have this one that came up because of Whitney's podcast, Catch and Kill with Ronan Farrow, because he was on her show.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it was just like, how is this real life?
I think that every day. Every fucking day.
And it's just like, it basically is from his book, Catch and Kill, which starts out as a story following Harvey Weinstein's story, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But also it pivots into just the press and suppression of stories and the president. So it's just like, geez.
Yeah. That.
And the best part about it is you get all the information. It comes directly from those sources and people and the names that you need to look out for. And it's just like, finally, because Rose McGowan just did one recently with him, but she was the one who initially wrote the book, and then more and more people came out and things just,
Yeah.
we're at where we're at. So,
Right.
on the film side, I definitely like KCRW's The Business with Kim Masters, who is also connected to Ronan Farrow. She is a big Hollywood reporter, from the Hollywood Reporter originally. But she's big into the business. And if you need a quick 30-minute update every week on what's going on in the Hollywood, basically, this is the one. Because they cut into it so quickly. She does it with her, I think it's Matt Bellany. I think I'm saying that right. But with the Hollywood Reporter, they kind of powwow about what's going on with the news and what's happening. And they're very well informed. It's basically, it's NPR's West Coast radio affiliate out there. So,
Nice.
your turn.
Oh, I thought it was done.
We'll just go back and forth. Yeah.
Didn't realize that. So I have some that I haven't listened to yet, but I saved because I really want to.
Right.
I have In Bed with Nick and Megan.
That's on mine too.
I am just in love with both of them. So we're talking Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally. I just love them so much. Together, independently, all of the above. He's actually going to be here in July?
Was it June, right?
It's somewhere between May and July. It's somewhere in there. Anyway, I'm definitely
This
getting
summer.
tickets.
Yeah.
Because I need to be in close proximity to Nick Offerman. That just needs to happen in my life. So
Cool.
I have that saved. I haven't listened to it yet. I do have the Power Trip morning show. I don't listen to the podcast very often because I usually catch the actual broadcast. But lately I've been listening to other stations, to KS95 instead, so I might actually start hopping on and listening to those episodes. And then somebody at work recommended this podcast for me, and so I saved it, but I haven't actually listened to it yet. She said it's hilarious, but it's called Guys We Fucked. And she said it's really funny. So
Okay. I'll have to tune into that one.
Yeah, so that's on my list. And then I have some friends who had me like Limetown and some crime drama, thriller, whatever stuff, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
I know that everybody loves those kind of podcasts.
Yeah. The murder ones. Yeah.
I totally get it. Like,
Right.
if there's a film like that, I'm the exact same way. But like, when I listen to a podcast, I just really I'm craving to laugh.
Yeah.
That's my thing. And so that's why I think it's a difference in what drives you to listen to a podcast. When I listen to a podcast, I want to laugh my butt off.
I'm glad you're here on this podcast then. Yeah. So other people can laugh.
Well, hopefully they laugh and not just be like, what the fuck is this lady?
So we'll have to try out our comedy routine on here. A little improv, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. I have zero comedic timing, by the way. Like a zero. It's really bad. Which is another thing that makes me laugh when I'm listening to The Office Ladies, because Angela talks about like her comedic background and improv background and all this stuff, and I'm just like, Jenna's like, I have none of that. And I'm like, I am the exact same way. None of that. But
listen to Josh's once in a while, the Flush Studios podcast. Indie Film Hustle is a big one. Indie Mogul is another one. If you like little things about film. Show Don't Tell. That's another independent filmmaker. And St. Paul Filmcast.
yes. Yep.
They kind of have on and off things whenever. I like That Creative Life, which is also a YouTuber, Sarah Dici. Rhymes with peachy. That's her whole thing.
Peachy.
But I love this one about for tech. If you are big into camera gear and love
being nerdy.
Yes. It's called Tech Move. Keith Moreau and Rod Louie. I think they're from San Francisco, but
as all are wonderful people.
Yeah. But I mean, they're in the tech thing, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But they go to all the trade shows and check out all these cameras and gear that I was researching, so I got to listen to like, okay, how does this camera really work? What's this? What's that? What's the application?
Right.
I had a lot of time during my
That's okay.
winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are some fun ones.
Yeah.
For film, I guess.
For film. Yeah. So that's a podcast, guys.
Yeah, we like podcasts.
Yeah.
So
So Alan, what movie are you going to see next? What's your next I'm going to the theater outside of Z Fest?
I'm going to scream it off screen.
Huh?
I'm going to scream it off screen. Tomorrow. So my film is going to be played there.
Damn,
it's gonna face,
Alan.
Yeah, it's going to face the gong. So, which is frightening. They show 3 minutes of your short film, and then after that, they give it to the audience to say, "Let it play" or "gong." Like,
damn,
get it off the screen. That's what I'm up against.
What? And which film is going to be there? Is it the one?
January.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's going to love my breakup film. I just know it.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, everything. As long as they don't play it first, it's like, this is not how I want to start my night. Boo, get it off.
Aw, that'll be fun though.
Yeah.
I like it.
But that was what Caitlin did, so that's how I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm giving it a try.
I mean, yeah, why not?
How about you? What's your next movie?
To go see. Sorry, that's what I meant when I said that, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to verify. We're actually going to see The Way Back, I think is what it's called, this weekend. It's with Benny A. The Affleck, the Batmans. Ben Affleck.
Ben who?
Affleck.
The insurance guy.
Yeah, that guy. He's like a basketball coach or something.
Oh, right.
That one looks very emotional.
And you guys are big into basketball right now.
Yeah,
Or at least he is.
That's his life. Yeah, like he is a basketball coach.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
okay.
and he a youth coach, and like it's like film and like acting is my passion, and that's his passion. So it
I love basketball. I'd love to talk to him. Yeah.
Oh God, he would talk to you for hours about that.
But I'm the worst. This is the worst year for me. I'm a Wolves and Warriors fan.
Yeah.
They combined.
Ditto.
They have like
Nothing.
6 wins this year.
Yeah, like it is not a promising year.
It's like that meme from Airplane where everyone comes up and slaps the person. And it's just like free shots at the champs. Boom.
Right. But I mean, like at least
Guaranteed
the
win.
Warriors have had an extremely good run.
They
So
did.
it's not like the Wolves. I feel
This is
bad
like the
'cause,
'92 Twins. This is what this is like.
Yeah. So it's, and they're gonna like bounce back from it. So I feel a little more like, okay, it's fine. It's an off year. It's
Rehana,
whatever.
I'm not one for curses, but I feel like there's a Bay Area curse on this team
Why?
when they left Oracle.
No, because the Niners left.
No, not the Niners, the Warriors. They switched stadiums.
No, I know. So did the Niners.
Okay.
And now they just got to the Super Bowl. You're talking Bay Area curses. I'm mixing
just saying.
that.
I'm just saying for the Warriors. Not,
You're just saying
they
a
have
Bay Area basketball curse.
Bay Area curse for them. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. I hope I'm wrong.
Don't think the Bay Area knows what curses
It's like
are.
Oracle saw them leaving and just decided to zap them.
I mean, that could be it.
Because
I think it'll be okay.
Kevin Durant couldn't play for a year. Klay Thompson couldn't play for a year. And then Steph Curry couldn't play for the season.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely
And then
rough.
D. Russell. What a mess.
Yeah.
But then the Wolves got him.
We have Wiggins now.
No.
Why does no one like Wiggins? Am I the only person that likes
'cause
Wiggins?
He's not good.
He's good. He's just
he's
not
okay.
Steph Curry.
He's not consistent, though. That's a problem.
Well, I mean, he's still a kid, though.
If Draymond Green can scream some, sense into this kid, maybe it'll work out.
I mean, he'll scream one way or another. That guy is
that's the
just
thing.
the whiniest man.
His whole thing is he's the enforcer. So
Yeah.
that's what you need. So
Right.
he's the Rodman. So
There you go.
yeah.
That's
Who
good.
wears 23, by the way?
Oh, there you go. Hiccup. Excuse me.
Sorry about those Niners, by the way.
That's okay. It's good. They made it to the Super Bowl. No one thought they were going to. I remember consistently throughout the entire season, people were just like, well, they're just winning because they're playing really bad teams. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, what about New England? And they were like, New England's different. They're the best. And I'm like, oh, okay, suck it. And then they just kept winning and winning. And then all of a sudden they lost a couple and then they won. And then like they just kept doing well. And I'm like, okay, what now? And they're like, no, they're not going to be able to make it though because there's no way they're going to beat X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay. And then they got there and I was like, suck it. And then they lost. And everybody's like, see? I was like, okay, none of your teams got there, so I don't want to hear it.
Right. Green Bay, Seattle. None
Right.
of them.
Plus, like, my favorite AFC team is Kansas City.
Okay.
So I was like, if anybody's going to win, like, if anybody's going to beat them, I'm okay with it being Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. I'm okay with that. Like, the one team I'm okay with it, that's it.
Is he the first mixed quarterback to win?
I don't know that answer.
Might be.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, he's an incredible athlete, incredible player, and he obviously like works his ass off. So
They stayed the course too. I mean, they were down big time until the fourth.
And honestly,
The last 6 minutes.
I didn't think they were going to make it either. I genuinely thought that Baltimore had already punched that ticket. They were going all the way. I thought they were going to win everything.
And the Titans. Oh,
I wanted the Titans to win so bad.
remember the Titans?
Man, oh, my heart ached for them. That would have been so cool.
But they destroyed New England. They used their
Which
own
was
treachery
wonderful.
against them, which was excellent.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Because they did that to the Jets.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of New England, I mean, we're talking sports here. I don't care. Deal with it, people.
We're capping off that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thoughts on where Brady ends up?
Is he a free agent now? Mm-hmm. He's not going back to New England?
We don't know.
I think he's going to stay with New England.
What's his Belichick is, from what I understand, pretty much been like, I mean, we're not going to pay him like $70 million or something. Like, they're not going to like up his Like basically make him the highest paid quarterback ever. So it's essentially like he would either have to just take what he can get to stay there,
Right.
or he can get paid what he would want, or people
Somewhere
thinks he
else.
deserve somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of rumor of him going to like Tennessee or the Chargers or something like that. But yeah. What do you think?
I don't get ESPN, so I don't get much news on the off season until the draft. So
Oh, yeah.
that'll be a big tell who they draft. So
That's a good point, yeah.
but they've done that before. They've drafted quarterbacks like Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah.
and-
Like Garoppolo, which is fine. I'll take Garoppolo.
But they
whatever.
also like it's strange because they like somehow just keep getting quarterbacks. It's just even though Brady's always been there, but I mean,
Yeah.
Matt Castle and
They're
then
dumb.
Garoppolo, all that.
Matt Castle.
I mean, he got a heel
man.
because of that.
Yeah.
because Brady was injured or whatever it was.
That's true. Man, for Matt Castle.
Anyways, that's film in Minnesota for this week. What do you think?
Is it? Is
Is
this filmed
it?
in Minnesota?
Is this sports in Minnesota?
Question mark? What the hell are we listening to here?
Sports talk with film in Minnesota.
Yes. Oh, new segment. I love that.
Films about sports.
Let's have that conversation too.
Yeah.
You guys, we are going to do so many mini episodes about things that we care
That
about.
should be the next one, right? Films about sports, probably, huh?
I'm in it. Let's do
Okay.
it. 100%.
I'll tune in for that in April for the season opener.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Happy March Madness, everybody.
Yeah.
Got one last one in there. All right. For Film in Minnesota, thank you for listening. We adore having you. Check out our podcast and listen to me blab all the time. And if you could only see Alan's face when I just go off the rails.
It's so much fun for me.
Until next time, I'm Rehana.
I'm Alan.
And we'll see you guys later.